Most people treat aging like a slow-motion car crash. They just brace for impact, eyes squeezed shut, waiting for the sound of the sirens. Not me. I'm the driver, and I have absolutely no intention of handing over the keys. My name is Elias. I turned 92 last November. I live on the 14th floor of a brick high-rise right in the pulsing, noisy heart of the city. My children? They call me stubborn. They say it like it's a defect. I prefer the term strategically unmovable. You see, I've watched my peers disappear. One day, they're at the park. The next, they're residents in a building that smells like lemon bleach and lost hope. They didn't choose to go there. They just didn't have a plan to stay away. If you want to keep your boots on the pavement and your name on the doorbell, you don't need luck. Luck is for the unprepared. You need a battle plan. I was a structural engineer for 40 years. I've built bridges that span miles and skyscrapers that touch the clouds. I know exactly how a structure stays upright, tension and resistance. Your body is no different. The moment you stop fighting gravity is the very moment gravity starts winning. It's a use it or lose it machine. I don't go to a gym with neon lights and loud music. My gym is the sidewalk. My way to my own groceries. Every single morning, I walk 2 flights of stairs, not because I have to, but to remind my knees who's in charge. The rule is simple. Treat your body like a work truck, not a museum piece. If you let a truck idle in the driveway for too long, the battery dies and the engine seizes up. Don't let your engine seize. Move. Every day, rain or shine. Send a message to your bones that says, "We aren't done yet." The brain is a predator. If it's not hunting new information, it starts eating itself. I see folks my age who only talk about the good old days. That's a trap. The good old days are a ghost story. Dwelling on them is just a fancy way of waiting for the lights to go out. Every Tuesday, I'm at the community college. Right now, I'm taking a course on Mandarin Chinese. I'm terrible at it. My accent is a disaster. But that is the entire point. Struggling to learn a new syntax keeps the synapses in my brain firing like a 4th of July show. Read things that challenge your bias. Watch documentaries on things you know nothing about. Refuse to be a relic. A sharp mind is your only defense against being treated like a child. As long as you are curious, you are relevant. The second you stop learning, you start fading. Loneliness is a quiet predator. It hunts in the dark, and it's more lethal than any disease. It convinces you that you're not needed anymore. And once you believe you aren't needed, you start to disappear. I don't wait for the phone to ring. I'm the one who makes the noise. I mentor a kid down the street who wants to be an architect. I argue with the butcher about the price of brisket. I make myself a fixture in the neighborhood. I am a nuisance. I insert myself into the world. If I don't show up for my morning coffee at the deli, 3 different people come knocking on my door to see where I am. That's not an accident. That's an investment. Be a presence, not a memory. Here is the cold, hard truth that no one wants to admit. The future you is going to be slower and clumsier than the current you. Pretending it won't happen isn't bravery. It's a fantasy. And that fantasy is exactly what lands people in a nursing home after one bad fall. I didn't wait for a crisis to change my life. When I was 85, I ripped out the bathtub and put in a walk-in shower. I swapped every round doorknob in this apartment for levers because I knew my grip would eventually soften. I mapped out the battlefield while I was still strong enough to win the war. I also have my black box. It's a steel folder. My kids know exactly where it is. It has my will, my power of attorney, and my medical directives. It tells them exactly what I want, and more importantly, what I refuse. It takes the burden of guessing off their shoulders. It's the most loving thing I've ever done for them. I'm 92 years old. I still smell the city smog through my window. I still taste the scorched, bitter coffee I make for myself every morning. And the only person who decides when I go to bed is me. Aging isn't a sentence. It's a performance. It's a verb. It's something you do with intention. So don't just get old. Don't let life happen to you. Take the wheel. Fight the rust. Make some noise. I plan on staying on this stage until the curtain hits the floor, and I suggest you do the same.